Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. First of all, I want to introduce myself to you. My name is Meisy putri yandi from Provinsi class. Today, I will presentation about scriptwriting for interactive crimes film. So, this is journal from Aston Clark and Paulina Zioga about narrative resolution and global crisis. File number 2, number 1, 2022, publication at January 13. In recent years, the increasing number of interactive films being released has highlighted the need for further development at methods and criteria that can guide the earlier stage of development, such as the scriptwriting process. Following the framework of interactive storytelling as spectrum, it is acknowledged that writing a script for an interactive narrative that involves raising path options for navigating through the story or multiple endings is become more common and present its own challenge. In this context, this paper examines established criteria used for assessing narrative quality and examines currently available software for interactive scriptwriting, identifying their affordance and limitation. Introduction. The field of interactive media for storytelling and filmmaking has seen as a resurgence in recent years, as technology has been advancing with accelerating rate. Following the ideas and experimentation that were toyed in the 1918, like Dragon Lair, but also the earlier products of 1916. There are different definitions of interactivity. For example, forming it is as a cyclic process between two or more active agents, in which each agent alternately listens, thinks, and speaks, or as back and forth communication between the audience and the narrative material. Accordingly, the term interactive can involve a plethora of media, including video games. For the purpose of this paper, we will use interactive to refer to media and technologies that enable a two-way communication between an audience and their film viewing, thus enabling the audience having control of certain aspects of their experience. Following the framework of interactive storytelling as a spectrum, narrative can range from fully linear story to fully player-driven stories. As such, interactive stories in film can follow the linear format of a traditional story but allow the viewer to engage with the content more actively, for instance by looking around and interacting with the scenes while the action unfolds. Typically, these include virtual reality films that can be viewed using headset, while browsing path story include breaks that the player can choose from, leading to different paths. In particular, multiple ending stories occur when the break alters the plot within and code to result in different endings. This type of story become more common, as seen, for example, in this case of Netflix Black Mirror. Criteria of narrative quality. One element deemed important in a story is the likability of the main character, so much so that scriptwriters will include a scene where a character action defends who they are and make the audience root for them. The hero or main character must have an objective or need that will influence their behavior and give the story a driving force, as well as a challenge to overcome, so that their reaction create more keeping the audience immersed in the narrative. It also suggests that the quality of the plot is influenced by identifying with the main character and their situation, as well as the struggle with their opponents. character act as stand-ins for the audience so that they can experience the world that the story is set in, and therefore audience must be able to project themselves onto a character. This means that in a good film, the characters are relatable yet still function in a way that complements the genre and narrative of the film. Scapegoat, a short interactive crime script. The narrative. From the onset, the development of the script followed the crime genre classic murder mystery that allows to create engaging character and a plot structure with clarity. The short involved two detectives, Mia Johnson and Alison Turner, as the main protagonists investigating the murder of Lucas Cook, only to find out that he is a scapegoat for the disappearance of a girl called Victoria Gray. Emphasis was placed on structure, character, and conflict, and the story beat method was used to create the different brands and narrative paths. The parodies used in British Home Guide investigation were incorporated, providing the audience from the outset with a challenge, that is to guide the detective in their effort to identify and arrest the killer. 2. Scriptwriting software. The final script was implemented used Calc and CatGame. The format followed the game script layout demonstrated by INS 114.6. Scan were not by a number, and the options with the same scan were not by a decimal point. SAC and SACGame. SAC, one of the most well-known pre-production software designed to support scriptwriting for films, includes shortcuts tailored to film script formats such as indents for character names, dialogue, and skin headings. Afterthought is ideal for writing a linear narrative. It presents issues when writing a script for an interactive film. For example, one of challenge encountered is that it does not support a precise narrative. Twine was developed for creating non-linear and interactive stories and has been used in professional productions. For example, for writing the outline of Netflix interactive film Black Mirror. However, in order to read all the available options, the reader has to play through several times outside the test function. The bits of the story are laid out in flowchart with visible details that can work as scenes heading, which are easy to understand and useful when assessing the story structure. In an Inky, the editor. In is discover a narrative scripting language for games. With the Inky, the editor, a plugin that includes a display resembling a coding window, with the benefit that the story appears in its final format beside the work window, so changes can be seen in real time. Conversion. Subgame is similar to Twine in terms of the presence of flowchart with a scriptwriter functionally, but neither of them has a feature that alerts the writer to potential loose ends as in Gites. Final script. Initial readings with the director show that the format was easy to understand, but an addendum at the start of the script could help the readers unfamiliar with interactive script. Another suggestion was that the interaction points options should be written into the script to make the flow of the scenes clearer by following the number of scenes and ensuring that they suit the tone and the character speaking, while during the post-production the correct phrases are used. So this is all my presentation about this journal. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.